After the Ukrainian early presidential election was over, CANEOM's 39 long-term observers returned to Kyiv for debriefing. One of the highlights of the mission was a technological innovation that was a first for election observation in Ukraine.
The tablet from the point of view of what it does logistically for the LTOs, because I'm not really tech savvy, but I know I've spent on a lot of other LTO missions the entire election day faxing forms, sorting out, getting them from point A to point B, or on the phone trying to sort out how come somebody can't get their results done. It was such a pleasure to be able to go out, observe, and do reporting, so I think it was great.
In the past, observers had paper forms to fill out, dozens of questions. Next, that information had to be delivered to a data center and inputted again for analysis.
During the last elections, we had call centers, or another option was faxing centers. And it was really time wasting because our observers and drivers had to deliver paper forms to the centers, actually to the faxing or call centers, and they spent a lot of time on this process.
So CANEOM introduced a new method of reporting based on tablets and an app customized for election observation.
Our mission, our team here, you guys were by far the most equipped technologically of any mission out in the field for this election, the early presidential election, and probably had amongst the most sophisticated of reporting systems, which allowed for real-time transmission and analysis of data throughout election day.
The process of submitting a form or filling the data is the same. You just need to tap the number of the deck and answer all the questions one by one, and then just tap submit.
In terms of the data received, I think we're very near to a 100% kind of transmission rate, which is higher than we've had in the past using call centers and other sort of systems. So this was a very kind of positive experience on our part from an analytical perspective.
And on the tablet itself, yes, it's marvelous. I've spent, I think, 14 missions where you're finding a fax machine somewhere and it's practically impossible sometimes.
One of the innovative features of this system that we used was that it allowed for observers to submit forms. These forms kind of correspond with checklists that they fill out at the precinct polling station onto their tablet, even if they didn't have a cellular data connection. What would happen is that they would input that data, they would submit it, and as they're driving through the Carpathian Mountains and that satellite connection is reestablished, those forms just got transmitted directly to the core team, allowing them to keep going in their sort of observation activities without any further interruptions.
We see the paper form, for example, Form P, that is connected with the pre-election period, and as a rule, observers should fill all the paper questions here, and it's quite long. But with tablet, with this application, we need to tap Form P and fill all the data, just transfer from the paper forms and tap Submit button, and just in a few seconds it will be in the headquarters of CANEOM mission in Kyiv, and we can easily analyze it.
I like the tablet very much. Really, it was really useful compared to telephone calls.
To keep us out of the telecom, trying to book fax machines, trying to get drivers to pick up paper copies. It was just a blessing, and it's great to use. It's fun, and the STOs liked it. And to say it made my life as an LTO a lot easier.
As you could see here, our analytical system, it allowed for a breakdown of different kind of data points.
Also, we have analysis here, and here is the total number of the forms we received from the field, from our observers, and in total we received more than 2,000 of forms from the field.
Here's just a word cloud that sort of aggregates the sort of language that was used in the qualitative reports that you provided to us. So as you can see, competent, organized, efficient, smooth, enthusiastic, calm, and peaceful were common words used to describe the opening of these polling stations.
On Election Day, CANEOM's observers monitored the voting process in more than 750 polling stations. They rated the voting process to have been good or very good in 95% of cases. The tablet innovation developed by CANEOM was praised by the other missions. It is not Ukraine-specific and can be used to observe elections anywhere in the world, keeping Canada at the forefront of promoting democratic best practices across the globe.
I'm so happy with the results. I've heard nothing but good things from our observers. They're looking forward to seeing it develop further in future missions, and they said that this just made their life so much easier. So I'm proud to be part of a mission that was able to kind of innovate and use this technology.